When it comes to food insecurity, most Americans' thoughts turn to pictures of starving children in far-off third-world countries. A scourge to be sure, but not something that our great country would ever have to worry about. Unfortunately, that attitude has proven to be nothing more than a delusion. The fact is that many Chicagoans live in food deserts where it is incredibly difficult to acquire fresh food.
Community gardens and incentives for new grocery stores have helped many to gain access to fresh food, but there is still much to be done. In the end, federal and local government will not be able to bring an end to food deserts by themselves. For this issue to be eradicated, it will require the combined support of the government, the community, and dedicated individuals. Every single project can make a difference in the struggle to provide every Chicagoan with fresh food.
The definition of a food desert is as follows: a large, isolated geographic area with no access to mainstream grocery stores. The city of Chicago has three main food deserts: West, South, and Far South, which together cover nearly 20% of the city.
Chicago's food desert lies entirely below Division Street, and it affects a population that is overwhelmingly African American. Despite this, there is no such thing as a typical food desert victim. There are approximately 610,000 Chicago residents that live in food deserts, and they come from all walks of life. Many people believe that food deserts are an issue only for the poor, but those people would do well to know that over 12,000 households in Chicago food deserts earn over $100,000 per year.
Outside of race, the only thing that all residents of Chicago food deserts have in common is that because of their shared situation, they're actually more likely to die. Research has shown a relationship that links limited access to fresh food to higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, all of which combine to account for a much lower life expectancy within food deserts.
There is no one entity to blame for the issue of food deserts, but there are two main ideas that most experts can agree on as likely causes: the suburbanization of grocers and governmental negligence. The concept of the suburbanization of grocery stores is simple enough. In the past, inner-city grocers were usually mom-and-pop operations, with a grocery store for every few blocks to serve all houses within walking distance.
Today, the grocery economy is altogether different, with large chain grocery stores such as Jewel and Walmart as the standard. These huge stores are able to offer low prices that small-scale stores simply cannot match. While making food and other products cheaper than ever before for millions of people, these massive stores siphon shoppers away from smaller markets in surrounding communities and city centers, forcing many to close. Large grocery stores cannot fit in many of the dense urban areas that smaller stores used to occupy, and so they neglect those neighborhoods. Over time, there are no grocery stores left in the area, and a food desert has formed. Governmental negligence sounds a harsh way to describe the effect the USDA has had on the creation of food deserts, but unfortunately, it is undeniably accurate. USDA food stamp program is designed to help end hunger and improve nutrition and health.
Using a plastic card, eligible individuals can go to approved retailers and receive a certain amount of food for free. The system is well designed and works great as long as the approved food stamp retailers carry the healthy food that they are supposed to. Unfortunately, they do not. For the purposes of its food stamp program, the USDA classifies its approved food stamp retailers, though it does not take much searching to find inaccuracies. For example, a store named Liquor, Beer and Wine Daily is classified by the USDA as a medium grocery store. Mary Gallagher has also shown that approximately 92% of USDA food stamp providers are fringe retailers, such as liquor stores or corner stores, which do not sell any sort of fresh food. When government benefits fail to steer people towards healthier food choices, there are no incentives for stores to provide healthier food choices, and consequently, no hope for improvement.
Although food deserts arose from the combined effects of the actions of many different people, the fight against food deserts has been led primarily by individuals. Nearly 2 decades ago, one such forward-thinking individual, Mary Gallagher, was the first to recognize the crisis of food deserts. Since then, she has pioneered the field of gathering data about food deserts. Gallagher emphasizes the need of organizations and individuals to use data to direct change. Her Chicago Grocer Expo project identified 6 priority sites, many city-owned and vacant, on the south and west sides, best suited for new store development. Her 2006 report on the state of Chicago's food deserts identified that one of those sites, in Roseland, would positively impact 24,000 lives. Mari Gallagher is one of only a few people so far who have put in significant effort to address this crisis. Her research is leading the way for others to directly help through their own projects.
It is true that in the last 10 years, Chicago's food desert area has shrunk by about 10%. That said, though there has been progress, food deserts still exist, and that means there is still work to be done. It has been the work of individuals that has driven the progress thus far, and although the USDA does not need to revamp the food stamp program to better serve the public, it is even more essential that individuals continue the work that they have so selflessly performed. The Obama administration has already begun a $400 million program for bringing grocery stores and other healthy food retailers to underserved urban communities across America.
It is a unique challenge to rethink the grocery system, but it is hardly the first time that Chicago has had to rebuild. After all, it has been proven time and again, rebuilding is what Chicago does best.